Ladies and gentlemen, hey, hi, how you doing? Welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for stopping by. It is, of course, a brand new week here in Call of Duty, and that means we got some new updates coming to Warzone over the course of the next several days. We got some new updates coming that have to do with the Rebirth reinforced updates. We also have our weekly routine playlist updates and plenty of other changes that have happened over the course of the past couple of days as well. As we go through it all, if you enjoy the video at any point, let me know by dropping a like on it. Really does help the channel grow. And if you're new here or if you have not subscribed yet, every single day I got you covered with everything going on in COD, news, updates, loadouts, tips. You'll find it all right here. So feel free to subscribe. That way you can always guarantee you are up to date. And also today is the final day that my G Fuel discount code WhosImmortal will get you 30% off your entire order. So if you want to grab anything at all from the G Fuel site, now is quite literally the best time to do so. Link for that will be down in the description below. So first things first, per usual, because this is just another standard week here in Warzone, we are going to have another routine playlist update dropping on the 31st this Thursday. And for this, for Caldera, we're going to see Battle Royale solos, duos, trios, and quads. This is something we're going to see every single week through the end of Season 2. So obviously, as we know, no more Vanguard Royale, just the single Battle Royale playlist for that. We also have plunder quads here as well, just standard plunder, so you can use all of your Cold War, Modern Warfare, and Vanguard weapons. Then over on Rebirth Island, we've got Rebirth Resurgence solos, duos, trios, and quads. I love the fact that they are keeping solos in here because it really seems to have brought a lot of players back to Warzone in and of itself. It's a super fun mode. I'm glad to see that sticking around. Then we also have the debut of Rebirth Payload, which is going to be 12v12. There's going to be a single truck on the map that you're trying to get to your opposition's base. And this will actually open up new opportunities for the whole Rebirth reinforced event as well. More on that here in just a moment. But also we do have something else going on towards the end of the week on April 5th and April 6th. We're actually going to see Rebirth Resurgence CDL replace plunder quads. If you missed it, there's going to be like a whole CDL times Rebirth sort of mini community event that players can participate in. It's going to be its own tournament that'll be happening on the 5th and the 6th. Now, like I said, still ongoing, we have the whole Rebirth reinforced event that'll be lasting for the next couple of weeks. And just over the weekend, actually, we completed part 1 of the community challenges, which was to get a combined 20 billion kills on Rebirth Island. I'm not gonna lie, I don't understand how we got to 20 billion that fast. It seemed a little suspicious, but it happened, and I'm not going to question it. It is what it is. So we got part 1 done. That, of course, unlocked part 2. That now allows us to use all the weapon trade stations all across the island. You can go through and trade a weapon in and get various items and rewards back because of that. Also, if you just want to be a troll, if you kill somebody, if you wipe a team around a weapon trade station, you can pick up their guns that they dropped and put them into the trade station and then pick up yours again and leave. That way, if they try and land back, you're not going to have anything there to grab. Those enemies are going to be out of luck. They're just going to have random items sitting around all over, right? So you can kind of troll with that as well. But that's going to be there. And then, of course, once we see Payload actually release on the islands, we're going to have part 3 available as well, and that's going to need us to secure a combined 130 million payloads on the islands, and that'll unlock the brand new armored truck redeployment event, or the deployment event for that. So those will drop down, and you can interact with those on the island as well. So we are progressing through this event pretty quickly. Of course, to fully complete it, we're going to have to wait until the 7th for Blood Money to debut on the island and have Plunder finally come to Rebirth, but we have seen several updates for that over the course of the weekend, and we should see some more updates throughout the week as well. Now, jumping over to the Warzone Trello, we do have a couple of new updates here. For one, the Trello has revealed that we're going to have a week-long XP event happening later on this week, starting March 30th and then lasting through April 6th, actually. We're going to have a double weapon XP event, so anyone trying to rank up any of their Vanguard weapons, or maybe max out some of the new DLC weapons, like for instance the Vargo, we're going to have a week of double weapon XP. You absolutely love to see that. That'll be available on all platforms, like I said, starting on the 30th. Alongside that, Raven did also update one issue on the Trello board over the weekend, and that has to do with PC players specifically. As I'm sure you know, if you've played the game since Season 2 Reloaded, the game now launches in windowed mode. It's not like a super game-breaking thing, but it is a little bit annoying always having to go in and reset your game back to full screen or windowed borderless, whatever you want to play in. So they are aware of that. They are working on a fix for that. Hopefully we see that happen soon. Also, for what it's worth, we could very well see fixes for that happen any day this week, honestly, as we know they kind of just drop small hotfix updates at random. It's not necessarily just tethered to Thursdays with the playlist updates like what it used to be. We could very well see some updates go live this week. We know for a fact that the Bren is going to be getting nerfed at some point in the future. We have no ETA on that. We could see some weapon tuning in the coming days. It might be all the way until season 3 when we finally see that happen. We really don't know. What we do know, though, is that over the weekend, we also saw several other updates go live in Warzone, primarily revolving around some gameplay fixes for Rebirth, but initially we also saw a small update go live back, I believe, on the 24th, actually, regarding the Armaguerra 43. They actually fixed the 30 Russian mag because it had a damage bonus that wasn't supposed to be there. I'm sure if you've tested it out, that magazine felt really, really good for damage, and it had a really good TTK, but that was unintended. So they have fixed that now. Really, when it comes to using the Armaguerra, I feel like either running the 60 round, just basic extended mag, or the Kurz drums are probably going to be your way to go. I've talked about that in a previous video with the full setup if you want to check that out. They also made an update to the combat shield that now properly covers a player's head when equipped. Then also icon visibility has been increased from 400 meters all the way up to 600 meters as well. Then on the 25th, we saw another smaller update go live. And like I said, this one primarily has to do with Rebirth specifically. Here they actually drastically reduced the chances of the Juggernaut public event happening across Rebirth. If you were in a game and you saw that happen, you probably found out just how good it was to have a Juggernaut on the island where everything is so close quarters. Luckily, I didn't experience it. I saw several Twitter clips and like Reddit posts about it, and it did not look like a good time. So thankfully, the Juggernauts are not going to be a very common occurrence on Rebirth from this point forward. They also drastically reduced the damage reduction of spawn protection near the ground across the entire island. Obviously, the spawn protection can be pretty strong in certain cases, unless of course you're using a sniper. You can one-shot headshot them at any given point, but they did reduce it when they're closer to the ground. So if you're a player falling in, you're not going to be able to slowly fall and sort of cheese that spawn protection. The closer you get, the easier it is going to be to break your armor and to take you out. So definitely be aware of that. And then finally, they reduced the gas canister spawns across the island as well. Those were very prominent for no real reason when the Season 2 Reloaded update dropped. So you're going to find less of those on top of everything else. Now, real quick to wrap things up, I do want to go ahead and talk a little bit about Vanguard. Per usual, we don't really know what's going to be going on with the playlist. They don't really ever preview those. However, over the weekend, we did see a pretty significant update to the Vanguard Trello board. They actually added a bunch of new issues that they're investigating there. So this includes issues where players are experiencing limited map rotation in quick play, a degraded performance and cricket noises at the start of some of the matches, which is kind of weird. Microphone indicators are missing from the scoreboard. For multiplayer and zombies, some of the Season 2 mastery challenges are not tracking correctly. The quick play filters and combat pacing selections are being reset. Then also the Mind Games camo category challenges for the Armaguerra are not tracking either. So they are looking into all of those. No ETA on those fixes, but they are aware of them and working to get them fixed. So yeah, all that being said, that is effectively everything we can expect for this coming week of Warzone action, and also some of what ended up changing over the weekend as well. That's going to wrap things up for today. If you enjoyed the video, let me know by dropping a like on it. It really does help the channel grow. And if you're new here or if you have not subscribed yet, each and every single day, I got you covered with all things going on in COD. Whether it be news, updates, loadouts, or tips, you'll find it all right here. So feel free to subscribe and turn on those post notifications. That way you can always guarantee you're up to date. As always, if you want to check out any of my partners, be sure to use code IMMORTAL for a spicy discount on all Scuff, G Fuel, Gamer Advantage, and Control Freak products. The links for all those can be found down in the description below. But once again, thank you so much for tuning in, and until next time, take it easy, have an awesome rest of your day, and I'll catch you guys later. Peace out.